Well, hello, everybody. I know I'm a little late. I got caught on a call, so we're gonna wait for a couple people to join us here live for a Tip Tuesday. And I am so enjoying being off during the day right now to be able to jump in and talk to you guys during the day as opposed to having to do everything in the evening. But don't think that we're giving up on our evening time slot, but we'll still be there. I just wanted to jump on today for Tip Tuesday and come in a little earlier so I can hang out with you guys. If you have any questions, any comments, feel free to put them in the chat. If you're watching the replay, please put it in the chat. Let me know if you have any questions about anything that I covered today. And when you come in, let me know who you are. Say hello. Tell me your name. Like, what's up? What's up? What's up? Uh, for those of you that don't know who I am, they may be catching me for the very first time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Deborah Franklin. I am the founder and creator for Church Girl CEO, which is an organization for women to come together and talk about their businesses and learn business tips. So, in Church Girl CEO, which is our private group, you're more than welcome to join us at any time. I might even put the link in so you can come in right there. We talk about pretty much everything. So, but today's tip is know your why. And somebody's like, well, why do I need to know my why? I know what business I'm doing. Well, a lot of times when you start to work with different coaches and you start working and trying to get that and build your visibility up, they'll say, well, you need to niche down. You need to find that ideal client. And that's fine. That's some great advice. But if you don't know your why, then you're wasting your time because you could have this ideal client, but because you don't know why you're doing it, you can't even fully explain your services to that particular person. And so that's what you have to start to think about. What is your why? Why are you doing this? And I pray, God knows I do. I pray that it's more than, oh, I want to be the next millionaire. I want to be the next Bill Gates. That's right. That's fine, good, and dandy. But um, I really hope that part of your why is that you want to help somebody to go to that next level. You want to help somebody to show them how to take their business to the next level, how to take their practice, how to take themselves to the next level, because that is important and that is key. We have to know our why. And when you know your why, that motivates you to even get up and want to do more. That motivates you to get up and be able to say, yeah, I can do this because I know my why. My why had, and then, okay, so this is the big thing too. Don't get stuck or don't get alarmed if your why changes. Because just because as you as a person, you evolve over time, you change over time. You can't tell me you still think the same way you did at 15 and you do now, and you might be in your 30s, 40s, 50s. I'm just saying. Think about that. Your thought processes changes, you grow as a person, so guess what, your why should evolve as well. And so we have to start looking at it from that perspective. And again, don't be alarmed if your why changes. I always tell everybody my why was, when I first started, I just wanted to start Hats and Heels. Hats and Heels was my first brainchild. I wanted women to come together in a non judgmental zone and talk about our businesses. But then it was like, I had the right vision, but I wasn't calling it something that people recognize. So then I said, okay, that has to evolve. Okay, when that evolved, so did my why evolve. I've always been interested in missions, and I didn't know how I was going to do it or where I was going to do it. I know how to teach. I know how to do certain things. So then everything started to grow even more. One thing that I want you to add to your why, and I need you to think about this real seriously because this was added to my why. Think about it from this perspective, especially if women are your target, is your target market. If women are who you target, then what you have to think about, I am empowering women to come out of poverty. I'm gonna let you wait on that one. Because when I heard it, I was totally messed up. And anybody that's been catching my lives for the past couple of days, you know that I have been on that. But I want to share that particular why with you and think about where that takes you. Yes, and I'm not sure who this is. Yes, know your why. Absolutely. Yes, evolving. You are more than welcome. When you start to think about that, you are empowering somebody to come out of poverty, male or female. We have to start looking at poverty as being more than just a financial situation. Sometimes poverty can be a state, is your mental compatible, your mental status. Because I've seen people that have all the money in the world, could go out, buy whatever they want, but they still live in a poverty mentality. And that's what we have to start empowering people to know, that it's okay to step outside of their comfort zone, to be able to go to that next level, be able to share and share on those different platforms and share with other people. We have got to learn to empower people to come out of poverty, because when we change that mindset, not and then we got to start empowering ourselves to come out of poverty. You can have all, again, you can have all the clients in the world. Your phone is ringing, you book busy, and you getting paid, but you still feeling poor on the inside. You're still feeling in poverty on the inside. You don't think about anything, but you always hustling for the next dollar. Guess what, guys? That's a poverty mentality. You're in survival mode. Start to be aware of what's going around you, because and remember that God said he will provide all your needs. God said he will be there for you regardless of what's going on. And I always say, but Lord, can you just give me some sweatless victories? Can you just give me some sweatless victories in what I'm going to do? I know I've been called to this. I know I've been chosen for this. I know that I'm destined for this. And this is something you need to say to yourself, because when you start to repeat that, again, that's part of your why. When you know that you've been called, and that you are destined, and you have been chosen to do what you're supposed to do, and to the audience that is supposed to hear you, then guess what, guys? The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. And then you can go out and empower the world. So basically, when you start to think about your why, really focus in and hone in on that why you're doing it. And like I said, make sure, yes, you do want to be a billionaire or a millionaire, but don't get so caught up in money. Don't get so caught up in the material. Start thinking about, how are you going to be able to serve more? How are you going to be able to do more? How, if I make this $1 billion, then what am I going to do with it? Am I going to be a philanthropist, or am I going to be something that I'm going to hold on to? Am I going to give back to my community, or am I just going to sit on it all the time? Start to think about, what is that why for doing everything that you do. Why are you getting up at 5 a.m.? Are you a morning person? Think about it. If you're not a morning person, then stop forcing yourself to do things that you see everybody else doing. And that's key. You have got to find your why, not somebody else's why. Yes, I did just share a why with you, and that's one that I know, and that I would strongly advise for you to add to part of your why statement, that you are helping someone to come out of poverty, because that's where we all need to be. Because I really feel in my heart, if we came out of that poverty thinking, then we wouldn't have people going into schools shooting children. I feel like in my heart, we wouldn't have so much hate going on, because a lot of times these people are doing this because they see something, or see someone that has something, and they think because they don't have it, they don't want you to have it either. Y'all, that's a poverty mentality. We have got to come out of the poverty mentality, and start to live, and start to grow, and start seeing the change that we need to be for ourselves. Because once we see it in ourselves and we change us, then we can start helping everyone around us. Now, that's one thing that I really believe wholeheartedly. And we talked about that heavily last night during our first opening session for the Church Girl CEO VIP program, which means we're talking about your visibility, influence, and your profits. We talked about that in our day one. We talked about your why statement. And then we talked about how having an affirmation for yourself and your business is key, because you have to start speaking those things. I tell everybody, y'all, some of y'all that know me know that I always like to go back to Donald Lawrence's song. Sometimes you got to speak over yourself. And in that, you have to start speaking positive things to yourself. You have to start saying that I am a lender and not the borrower. I will attract my ideal client that is going to pay me for my goods and services. You have got to start to speak those things. And when you start speaking those things into the atmosphere, you're going to start seeing things changing. You have to start speaking to that, speaking to your vision board. Like, you are going to come forth today. I am going to accomplish these goals that I set out to do. But also remember that faith without works is dead. So you just can't have the faith that it's going to happen if you don't put in the work. So make sure you are getting up and you are getting in. You are spending the time. You are making the phone calls. And if you can't do it yourself, y'all, that could be part of your why statement too. You don't have to know everything. You can get someone to help you. And that, ooh, that was a tip, y'all. That was a good tip right there. You don't have to work, you don't have to do it all yourself. There are people out here that are willing to work with you where you are to help you get to that next level, because that is what has to happen. And I am a witness. Transparent moment. Y'all, I had so many balls juggling. My sister said, look, what we doing this week? I need you to tell me what we doing this week. What we doing? And I was like, oh my God, because we've been juggling so many things. We were getting ready for the gala. We're getting ready for the mission trip. And it's like, you just need the simple stuff. And so it's okay, guys. And that's still part of your why, part of your affirmation, that you're going to have to get out here and do what you need to do. Now, I said all that to say, if you still would like to join us for the virtual free visibility boot camp that we're offering through Church Girl CEO, you still have time. You just missed day one. If you are to join today, you will get the replay and the workbook from day one, and then you would definitely have fun. Let me tell you, we work during these sessions. So if you have never done a workshop or a boot camp with me before, I want, hey, give me a try. Come out and hang out with your girl, because I promise you, we will be in and out, but you will have fun. We will talk, we will laugh, and it's no telling where it can turn, but you will be in the room with some great women that are willing to help you and talk to you, as well as you will get some personal time with me. So any questions that you may have, any ideas that you have, we are here to work on you increasing your visibility. Now, when you increase your visibility, you also increase your influence, you increase your profits. And that's something that we work on, and that's part of our VIP status. We're not looking at VIP just to say you can walk down the red carpet. Now, honey, I do like a good red carpet, but we have to, in order to get on that red carpet, we need to be able to say that, you know, who are you? You on the red carpet, but who are you? What are you doing? Do you have, what does your business card look like? Do you have you set up your LinkedIn? Y'all, I'm saying, I'm giving y'all some straight tips. You're getting some money tips today, because people need to see you and they need to hear from you. They need to know your voice. And this is something we learned at the learned, is that you are the pastor of your business. You are the pastor. So if you're the pastor, you're the shepherd, then guess what? Your sheep need to hear your voice, because if this, your sheep never hear your voice, they don't know that you're their shepherd. I have actually added the link for you to be able to register. You can still register. It is free. It is free. It is a free VIP boot camp. For to come in and talk about your visibility. We talked about our why. We talked about affirmations, because the goal for this one is that we're going to work on ourselves. And I know, I hear you right now. I don't need to work on myself. I'm good. Guess what? You the main one that need to be in there, because if you good and you need to come help somebody else that's not good. And then we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm not gonna tell you what we talk about tonight. Just need to come sign up and see. Well, all right, guys. I love you to life, and ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll hope to hear from you. See you tonight. During our work session, we'll be working as well as discussing everything that we do. And y'all, I don't even know what to tell you. It's just gonna be fire. So make sure that you register for the free VIP workshop tonight. We're talking about visibility. We're talking about ourselves. We're discovering our why. Because when you have your why statement, when you have your why, then it's easier for you to talk to your future clients. It's easier for you. Okay, so let's take the clients out the picture. this just dropped in my spirit. It's also easier for you to talk to your virtual assistant. So if you hire a virtual assistant and you don't know your why, how can they post for you? How can they know your voice? How can they do what you need them to do, especially if they're doing your social media, they're doing your emails. You have to be able to tell them your why and be genuine about it so they're able to formulate things, because when you know your why, it makes it easier for people to work with you and for you. That part. So I want you to join us tonight. Use the link in the comments. Still got time. And I hope to see you on tonight. I love you to life. And we do start promptly at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, not 8:05. I usually give a 5 minute leeway. We're not doing that because we want to stay true to your time and I respect your time. And I want to get, my goal is to get you in and out in an hour. That's the goal. So so that's the goal. But again, I hope to see you guys tonight. I love you to life and ain't nothing you can do about it. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please go on over there and subscribe. Subscribe there as well. All right, guys, have a great one. Peace.